Alright, so welcome to another video. This one is supposed to be pretty short one and a simple one because the keyword clustering process is largely automated. You could still do it manually, and I can show you how and why. I would say if you are following my method, and you can see in the previous keyword research video how I do this, my keyword research process is all about gathering a large amount of data and then clustering that and then deciding in the keyword mapping process which pages are you gonna build. So if you've been following along and want to do it like I do it, the keyword clustering process using a specific automated tool is gonna be necessary. And because if you remember in the last video, we collected nearly 19 CSV files and thousands of keywords. So in the meantime, I just deleted all the duplicates, and I've been left with a list of 5,647 keywords, which is a pretty big list. And if you were to do the keyword clustering process manually, it would take you a lot of time. And you definitely do not want to do that because keyword clustering is super cheap. And I'm gonna show you my method that can work for literally anybody. So I just want to give you a little bit of an explanation of like what keyword clustering is if you do not know and if you haven't used it before. That process is essentially just grouping keywords that are sharing essentially the same search results. They do not necessarily have to share all of the search results, like 100% of it. It doesn't have to be the same that percentage, but as long as it has mostly the same results, you are gonna group those keywords together, and you're not gonna be creating multiple pages for all of those keywords because it's not gonna be necessary. You want to group them together so you don't have to, if you were to follow this list, you would end up creating 5,647 pages. And again, you do not want to do that. That's obviously too much, especially because again, a lot of them are like synonyms, very similar and so on, and you want to group all of that together. Now, if you were to do it manually, you would go into Ahrefs and you would go with a keyword like linen dress, for example. And a similar keyword with that one would be like linen dress for women. And as you can see in these two keywords, they're sharing a lot of the same websites in the top, let's say 10, 15 results, which obviously tells you that if you were creating a page where you want to sell linen dresses, you're not going to be creating a separate page for linen dresses for women because they essentially share the same results, meaning same intent, same target audience, and Google knows that. So you're going to be ranking just one page for both of these keywords, and not just for them, but for a lot more keywords as well. So if I turn this off right now and just look at the linen dress search results, and I mentioned this briefly in the other video, but like one page can rank for like dozens or even hundreds of keywords. And in the example of the best page and the top ranking page for this particular keyword, this website is ranking for, or like this page is actually ranking for 294 different keywords. And that's essentially a keyword cluster. If you were to do it this way, it wouldn't be perfect because not all of these 294 keywords are similar enough. But you know, same page can still rank even if it's ranking on like position 30 plus. So you can't guess this, but that's essentially the process here. So as you can see, like linen dress and linen dress women and linen dresses for women, like this page is holding positions 2 for all of those. So obviously all of those would essentially be keywords that you want to rank that specific page for. And that's really the keyword clustering process. Now you can do it using tools that have been around for a long time. In the past, I've used Keyword Insights a whole lot. It's a really neat tool. They have a lot of features beyond SERP clustering. I think this was like their first feature back like a couple of years back, but they've added a lot of different stuff over the years. It's obviously a subscription-based business. You know, you can use it. It's a good tool. It does the job well. You can also use Flowy. I've used them a lot in the past, also for other things beyond like actual SERP clustering that you can see here. But also, if you plan to use any other features that any of these tools have, like they are definitely good, do the job well, and I would recommend them. What I'm using personally is a little tool called SEO Utils. It's a tool that you essentially just download on your computer, and you pay like one yearly fee. That's, I think, about $60-$70 or something like that. And because it's a tool that doesn't have like its own source of data, it connects to a service called DataForSEO, which is essentially a service that provides you access to like keyword tools and general SEO tools. And it does that through the API. So you essentially load up your DataForSEO balance, and you can use it in a tool like SEO Utils. And one of the tools that we have here is the SERP clustering. And I've already set this up prior to this call, where I started clustering all these 5,600 keywords. That process is running. It's gonna run for a couple hours probably. What it does is just checks all of the keywords against each other to see like which keywords are sharing the same search results. So that's gonna take a while if you have a lot of keywords. Now the price for this was pretty low. It's just about $5. So I think it's around 0.001 per keyword or something like that. So like for 5,000 plus keywords, you're gonna pay like $5, which is in my opinion an amazing price. And it's not a subscription, you know, it's just like a one-time fee. You use it when you need it, and that's it, unlike the two tools that I mentioned earlier. So this is what I would use, and given the small price, like for 5,000 plus keywords, it's only like $5. It's definitely worth investing into something like this, because you do not want to spend, you know, hours and hours of your time doing this manually, right? So this is the way that I would do it, and the way I would approach it. And even if it's a lot more data, like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, it's still gonna be pretty low price. And that's why the process is essentially this. Like in the keyword research process, I just want to gather as much data as possible, and then I can just cluster all of that down and get that list of like 5,000 keywords down to like 500 pages that I could be creating, or even less. And then in the keyword mapping process, I can actually go and decide like how do I want to create these pages, you know, the entire website structure and taxonomy and so on. So that's my way. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There are many ways. You can also build something with Claude and just connect your DataForSEO API and do not pay for like any third-party software. That's also possible. Again, it's your way. It's pretty easy to do this. So I think this is it for this one. It's again, as I mentioned, it's a pretty short one, pretty simple one. I just wanted to show you like what keyword clustering means, why it's done, why it's being done, how it's being done, what tools you can use, and then you know, you move on to the next one. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you soon in the keyword mapping video. Thank you. Bye.